Good morning. Welcome to day 14 of the Love Dare for your marriage or your relationship. I am Brita Wallace, family and parent educator with Wallace Family Ministry. All right, so today we are on day 14 of the Love Dare, and we always start with a verse. So today our topic is love takes delight, and our verse is Ecclesiastes 9:9. So enjoy life with the wife you love all the days of your fleeting life, okay? So the world and our society really defines what attractive is, and we have to realize that our beauty, and it's always materialistic things or outward appearance, right, that the world and society tells us is, oh, this is attractive and beautiful and yada yada yada, but or what we should desire, and what is hit right now, and what celebrities we should be watching, and models and clothing and stuff that we should be following and looking to model their look, right? So if we embrace these unrealistic standards of beauty, where we work to going with what society says is attractive, well, and that's all we're focusing on, well, just realize that beauty fades, that all of these things, they transform and they move on to something else. Just like fashion, just think about that, how quickly it changes, how quickly our beauty fades as we get older. We become more squishy, some of us, we end up getting gray hairs, we start getting wrinkles, and if we listen to society, we say, well, this is not what is attractive anymore when we start to age. But that's the thing, is that our beauty does fade. So we have to focus more on what's inside than what's on the outside, right? So you can choose to enjoy and take overwhelming delight right now in the priceless treasure God has already given you in your mate, okay? And that's the number one point that I want you to get, is we need to choose to enjoy and take delight right now in the priceless treasure that is your spouse. So don't follow your heart, don't follow society, don't follow what's hip right now. We need to lead our hearts. We need to be in control of those things, okay, ourselves. And oftentimes we allow our hearts to lead us. We allow our emotions and our feelings to drive us. And what we need to do is we need to put them in the back seat and say, this is where you belong. I'm going to lead here. I'm going to lead my heart, all right? And not allow our emotions and our feelings and our hearts to lead us, because our hearts are deceitful, okay? So we need to lead our hearts, right? So newlyweds feel their love. They take delight in the one they now call their spicy spouse. How about? Their affections are fresh and young, and the hope of a romantic future lives in their hearts. However, you can have something just as powerful as that fresh new love. It comes from the decision, it's a choice, right? To delight in your spouse and to love him or her no matter how long you've been married. We should choose to love. Love that chooses to love, is just as beautiful as love that feels like loving. And the difference is love that feels like loving, well, that fades because circumstances and situations and age and all sorts of things just get in the way of our feelings and drive our emotions, right? When we're choosing to love, it's actually unconditional and it's everlasting, right? It's the love that lasts, okay? So left to selfishness and emotion, we will always lean towards comparing the weaknesses of our spouse to the strengths of other men or women. and will think, my wife is not as respectful and radiant, or my husband's not kind and considerate. But our days are too short to waste focusing on the shadows where we could be enjoying the sunshine. Instead, it's time to lead your heart once again, delight in your spouse, and decide that the person God uniquely made for them to be is who you are choosing to love and enjoy, to prize their uniqueness and remember why you fell in love with his or her personality, to take her hand and seek her companionship, to desire his conversation, to accept this person, quirks and all, and to welcome him or her back into your heart. The Bible does not say a man should marry the woman he loves, but should love the woman he marries. Okay, so our days are too short to focus on the shadows when we should be enjoying the sunshine, right? So we get to choose what we treasure, all right? So if you are ungrateful and disapproving, it's because you choose to be. If you pick at your mate more than you praise them, it's because you've allowed selfishness in your heart to take over. You've led yourself into criticism. So lead your heart back out. So that's really important. So don't be critical. Don't lead yourself to be critical. You get to choose what you treasure, right? We get to choose. If we're ungrateful, then it's because we choose to be. If we pick on our spouse, it's because we're making a choice to, right? So it's our responsibility to relearn what we love about the one whom we promised forever, right? Okay, so that really is all of our key points for today, and really our study for today. And it was kind of short, I guess, compared to some of the other ones, and some of them are. We want to really make sure that we are remembering that love is a choice. It's a choice that we get to choose, and we have to remember to not stay in the depreciation room, and to make sure that we gravitate towards the appreciation room more. And there are lots of things written on the wall of the depreciation room, probably more so in our lives than the appreciation room. And we learned that, a few days ago, probably day 3 or 4, right? So, and the thing is even when something comes up in our lives, when something hard comes up in our marriages or relationships, do you remember what it says we need to do? We need to visit the depreciation room only to say, this is where I need to pray for my spouse, and to write the words on the wall of that room that say covered in love, right? So we want to make sure that we're doing that no matter what, that we're choosing to love our spouses, that we keep choosing to love them, because that's the unconditional meaning of love, is that it's a choice, it's an action. It's not something we feel. Feelings come and feelings go, but our choices, we get to choose. Our decisions. We get to lead our hearts, and to not allow our hearts to lead us. So our dare today is purposefully neglect an activity that you would normally do so you can spend some quality time with your spouse. Do something he or she would love to do, or a project they'd really like to work on, and make the choice to enjoy your time together. Make that choice, right? So that is it for today, guys. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I cannot wait to see you tomorrow for day 15 of the Love Dare. I love you guys. Take care, and God bless.